Man.
Wrecking crew.
Man.
They set up one in the curtains. They sitting here singing they never wanted to hurt us.
Oh man. So I just like already. I just got here. Oh shit, turn the echo off. I got a dislike already. Like I just got this motherfucker. What's up, Red Radio? Brother Dylan. What is up, Van Shoes? Rottweiler in the house, Ravishing Rebel, Erica, Nick, Cher G, Jazz, what up? Truth Moses, what up? Jeremiah, what up? Let me put the word out. Let me put the word out real quick, man. Fine Art, what is up? I'm gonna give people some time to get in here tonight. Let me put the word out. Everybody know we in here. Okay. What's up, Linda? And Tristan. What's up, Beline, Gina? I got 2 dislikes already. Whoa. Y'all, I'm gonna give people some time, y'all. Something to say, like I was still just the one to remain, like I was doing. Man, how the fuck are y'all doing? What's up, Tarita, Miss Murphy? What is up? Y'all hit that like button when y'all come in here to balance out some of this bullshit I'm gonna deal with tonight. Okay. Balance me out. I mean, motherfuckers already trying to give people time. A couple minutes here before we get in. I want nobody to miss nothing. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it big. Brother Rashard, first time, what is up? Cause I was all alone in a basement full of eyes that was similar to mine with no similar rhyme, no similar. We're gonna get it in, y'all. Oh man, let me turn this music down. Bumping some Sky Zoo off that Dream Deferred mixtape. Bumping some Sky Zoo off that Dream Deferred. Man. Y'all, all things Nata Jean, what is up? The Emancipator, what is up? First time live. Shout out to everybody that's catching it for y'all's first time tonight. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out Team Rob before we even get started. First and foremost, I must pay my respects to Malcolm X, who was assassinated today. Today marks the would-be anniversary of his assassination. The Nation of Islam and the government killed that brother. That's what I believed happened. One of the greatest losses of the 20th century. Y'all know I have a great respect for Malcolm X. I wanted to say that. I can't say RIP. This rest in peace, rest in power even. I can't say that because he was assassinated. Had he died of natural causes or something like that, then maybe I could use that. But he was assassinated. That man ain't resting because we still where we was when he was trying to tell us to wake the fuck up. So I doubt that his spirit is getting any real rest right now. If you look at the state of black people and what's going on out here in these streets, I'm sure Malcolm would have sit back and looked at the situation with this fucking movie coming out, and Malcolm would have shook his head and said, "These Negroes." That's the type of shit Malcolm would have said. I mean, I ain't in his head or nothing, but I imagine he would have been looking at us real Malcolm-y. Like, look at these Negroes, man. Out here going crazy over this damn movie when we've been out here in these streets. White man done jacked our name of one of our parties. Actually, the name of the Black Panther Party started in 1965. Actually, I have it pulled up right here. I was reading some from it earlier today. In Lowndes County down in Alabama. It was actually Snick who went down there to ensure that black voters were registered to vote down there while Stokely Carmichael was down there. This is the brother who invented or coined the slogan Black Power that we all use. He went down to Alabama to get black people to vote down there because black people made up 80% of the population, but only accounted for 250 of the voters. Black people made up 15,000 people in Alabama, but only accounted for 250 voters. So SNCC sent Stokely down there. Stokely went down there and started the LCFO, which is the Lowndes County Freedom Organization. When it got down there, they decided to use the symbol of the Black Panther to represent their organization. People began calling it the Black Panther Party. Later, Huey P. Newton said that the Black Panther Party came to his mind in 1966. Now, I don't know why Huey didn't just pay respects to Stokely and what happened down in Lowndes County, Alabama, but he said he thought of it because he saw a Black Panther and he said, well, when a Black Panther is cornered, like black people have been cornered in this fucking country, the Black Panther is going to react. So, you know, I know Stan Lee came out here and said that the name Black Panther just kind of fell on his mind in his white sleep. He had this idea, but it was in 1965 that a group of black people were called the Black Panther Party, and that was Stokely Carmichael. Stan Lee lied. Now, a lot of people got Stan Lee as this dude that really looks out for black people. He tries to semi-look out for black people in his comic books, but you have to understand that the comic that was Black Panther, when it came out, now I'm not no fucking comic head. You know, I don't want y'all coming on here, you motherfuckers, to take this shit real. Don't come on here trying to go ham on me. All right. The Black Panther character came about in July of 1966. The Black Panther Party came in October. Make sure I'm correct when I got the month. October 1966. So Stan Lee still lying. Even though if motherfuckers say, well, he didn't get it from the Black Panther Party. They came out after the comic. Y'all, one, black folks stop defending Stan Lee. Cut that shit out and do some goddamn research. That's y'all's fucking problem. The white man came out here and told y'all something. And y'all like, well, no, y'all wrong. Do some goddamn research and you'll find out where the Black Panther Party came from. It was in Alabama, and it didn't just fall on Stan Lee's mind, especially based on the type of character, the type of hero he created. It's no way the Black Panther, the comic, was dealing with political issues often. Even one time he cooned out and wanted to change his name from the Black Panther to the Black Jaguar. And I want to say this happened in the 70s. It dawned on him, which it really didn't dawn on him. It dawned on the writers that he would want to disassociate himself from the name. This is when he had linked up with the Fantastic Four to do some shit. Pro white supremacy, I'm sure. But he wanted to get rid of his name and call himself Black Jaguar because the Black Panther Party had too much shit going on with their name. And he wasn't really trying to be down with all of that. That's what he was doing in the comics. Now, this is what he's doing in the comics. This is the character they write in the comics. Y'all, I went to go see the movie the other day. The character in the comics was a goddamn coon already. I went to go see the movie, and for some reason, black people had the idea that this movie was going to be some type of black liberating thing, when really it was a movie full of symbols. Now, albeit that black people were the cast, you got to see entire black countries, cities. You got to see, you know, over there in Africa, how it was going on. You got to see a bunch of black faces for the culture, right? You got to see that. And that could be powerful imagery. But this movie has zero to do with true black power. Now, I went to the movie on, it was actually yesterday, earlier on the day. I went to the 12:55 showing, and I'm in there, and I thought it wasn't going to be nobody in there. It was still packed. This is a 12:55 on a goddamn Tuesday. It was still packed. All right? So I walk in here, black people everywhere in that bitch. Now, I didn't get to see none of the theatrics of black people wearing African clothes and doing the whole Coming to America dance routine in the motherfucking movie theater or nothing. That one scene in Coming to America where, you know, Prince Hakeem about to get married and, you know, they come in there dancing and shit. I didn't get to see any of this, these showings of would be black pride and for the culture. I didn't get to see any of this. It was a real calm event when I went up in there. There was a baby in that motherfucker, though. I didn't understand why couldn't somebody watch the baby for a couple hours, but there was a baby in there, started crying and everything. Mama had to take him out. So that was what I was dealing with while I was in there, but I was still able to grasp the concept of the movie, right? And from very early on in this movie, I'm having issues with the movie, all right? I'm the type of person that most movies I watch, I'm going to have some type of issue with it, but I knew what this movie was supposed to be for Black people, so I'm already coming in with 3 eyes on this motherfucker, okay? 2020, I'm in there, all 60 facing this screen, trying to make sure that I'm seeing exactly what the fuck they're trying to do, since everybody's that's Black is acting like this shit is some pro-Black revolutionary shit. Now, I knew I was going to watch the movie just because I like Marvel movies. Now, I had more of a sense of urgency because of what the movie was supposed to be to Black people. I can say that. The Marvel movies, I've seen them. I watch them. All right. If you actually was paying attention, Black Panther made his little cameo into the Captain America. God damn it. Which one was it? The Cold Civil War or some shit. Black Panther was in there in that movie. That's where you saw the backstory and all that shit of his dad. That's when you saw that, and the Black Panther came in to help Captain America's white ass, Captain America, help him do any goddamn thing, period. So nobody Black be helping Captain America, because Captain America's ass ain't helping Black folk. It was Civil War. Okay. So it was Captain America, Civil War. All right, what's up, Cynthia? I see y'all in here going ham in the chat. It was Captain America Civil War. Black Panther made his first cameo in there. All right. So I saw that. I went back to see that before I even went to go watch this, because I wanted to see where they showed him. Anyway, because I know all these movies go together. They building up for this big other movie. It's really all about money. Y'all Black folk thought it was about y'all. It's about money and furthering the brand of Marvel, who's now really Disney as well. And y'all know Disney's racist ass history. So y'all couldn't have thought that they was like, here's a comic that's been out since the 1960s. We gonna make this for Black people, for the motherfucking culture. No, that's not what the fuck was going on. They was doing it to make money, and which they've succeeded in doing so. Black people have funded this. They funded this movie in the upwards of $150 million in a matter of 4 days, and y'all want to tell other Black people that Black folk too broke to support Black business. This is what y'all be claiming, but y'all had enough money to put on garb, you know, put on garb, get the tickets, and go in there and watch Black Panther. And this movie is still making money. All right? Still making money. Y'all claim y'all broke, though. But, so Black Panther was in the Civil War. So I wanted to see what the fuck was going on with this movie. So I'm sitting here and I'm watching this shit. And this is a little spoiler alert, motherfuckers, okay? I know I don't want people to be like, he didn't tell me. But listen, I'm about to tell y'all what the fuck happened in this movie. I ain't gonna take all day with it, but we're gonna go through this thing and talk about some shit. Spoiler motherfucking alert. So, early on in the fucking movie, I'm sitting here watching this shit. And you get the idea that, you know, the Black Panther is on some, you know, he about that life. Walking around looking all strong and shit like that, ready to go ham. Actually, because the first thing that they're doing is freeing Lupita's character, which is Nakia, I want to say her name. But freeing Lupita's character from this group of, looks like they're stealing women and taking them somewhere. Some Africans doing that shit. So she don't know his dad died. So he going to get his girlfriend, or his ex-girlfriend, because he wants her to be beside him for this mourning process and to let her know what the fuck is going on. And he has his, the female warrior with the bald head. I don't know her fucking name from the movie. Y'all don't give me shit. The female warrior, or the bald head female warrior, told him, don't freeze up. So already his character ain't even, he be freezing up already. I'm like, what you mean don't freeze up? He's supposed to be down on a mission, but she already know he a sucker for love before the movie even start good. Told him don't freeze up. He about got fucked up freezing up. She had to come down there and save his ass. And they made kind of like a little joke that as soon as he saw Lupita, he broke weak. And that's sweet. I mean, I get it. It was sweet. I'm like, okay, well, he already weak for somebody, so we gonna see what the fuck he does with this weakness he has, right? So they go on and they, I'm gonna flash forward till we get to Michael B. Jordan's first scene in this fucking movie. Because Michael B. Jordan's, when he comes into this shit, he's trying to rob this museum of this fucking metal that grows underneath the city of Wakanda. A lot of y'all thought Wakanda was African. It's not African shit. All right, but that's the name of this city. And I'm going to Vibranium. I want to say the name of it is, right? So goddamn Killmonger's in there about to rob this motherfucking museum, but he's with this other white boy named Klaue. Klaue is really a racist, Nazi, Russian motherfucker. That's what he was in the comic books. They didn't do justice to how racist this white motherfucker was. They kind of showed it when he kept calling black folk savages, but they didn't show how truly racist he was. But either way, Killmonger had gotten up with him because Killmonger was using this motherfucking ass to get this or to pull this heist off. All right? They pulled the motherfucking heist off. Now, Killmonger got this black girl with him that ride and fuck the cameras up so they can get this shit done. So they pulled this heist off. The Black Panther and the warrior chick and Lupita, they go to try to intercept. They find out the Klaue gonna be here, so they trying to go intercept who he gonna be selling the adamantium, not adamantium. God damn it, I'm thinking about a whole nother metal, the vibranium, to sell it to him. So they trying to go foil the mission, basically, right? They get to this the Chinese girl was a little bit racist. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I thought the Chinese chick, even though she smiled, she was like, basically, who the fuck is these other? Lupita was cool with her, but she's like, who the fuck are these other black folk? And that's how them motherfucking Asians be. They don't fuck with black people like that. Y'all might think them Asians fuck with y'all like that. Asians are not fucking with black people like that. They may befriend one, kind of like white folk do, and be like, well, you good enough. Well, who these other niggas? They haven't met my standard of how I accept you as a coon. Because that's the only way another race of people are going to accept you. 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100, you got to be a coon. Okay? That's why other races of people will fuck with you like that. But Lupita was like, they cool, and, you know, she smiled and all this shit. And then, even after they get in there, and then your boy sees Ross, who is a goddamn CIA motherfucking agent. He saw him in there. He thought his cover would be blown when he saw the white boy in there. But the white boy in there working the goddamn case because he the one, they done set the shit up to buy the vibranium from Klaue. They done set that shit up already. So already I see this white boy involved in this shit. I'm like, what the fuck? The white boy, I'd already been hearing about the white boy. And I'm like, man, they brought him in right here. This is some goddamn bullshit already. Already this is some bullshit, right? Because the white boy in here, and I know how people like to do and how the story was that I'm like, get the fuck out of here. But okay, fine. So they in there. The warrior chick with the bald head, her cover gets blown. It turns into a big ass fucking fighting scene. Klaue runs away. You know, they chasing Klaue, trying to catch him. Now, I'll tell you one of the things I did really, really like about this movie. The fact that Black Panther's sister, T'Challa's sister, was the one that was making the tech. She was a smart girl. Now, you don't get to see a smart black girl making the weapons for superheroes. You're not going to see that shit in movies. You got one, they put Morgan Freeman in with Batman, and, you know, Batman, he was, you know, making Batman's weapon. But you don't get to see black women in positions where they are the goddamn brains of the operations and making the fucking weapons, making the suits. So I love that shit. Not gonna sit here and fucking lie to y'all. I loved that they did that with this movie. Now, a couple of ways, we're gonna keep talking about it, but a couple of ways they depicted black women in this movie that I really respected. I really, really respected that. So the sister that made this shit where she can basically drive a fucking car from Wakanda. She that goddamn smart. She can drive a fucking car from Wakanda. Black Panther gets on top of the car. They chasing that Klaue, his goons. They chasing this motherfucker down. And they, you know, the whole driving scene was dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? The way the cinematography was done, the graphics, the effects, all that shit was cool as shit, right? But they catch this motherfucker. Black Panther gets Klaue. And what the boy from Get Out had told Black Panther when he told him he was going to get Klaue, he said either bring him back alive or kill him on sight. And T'Challa's old bitch ass want to sit here and say, I got you. Either bring him back so we can kill him or you kill him where he's staying. That's not what the fuck happened. So the CIA agent, Ross's motherfucking ass, they all chased this motherfucker too. And then once he corners Klaue, I think it was maybe it was Lapita, one of the motherfuckers told him, don't kill him. Everybody's watching. Everybody had they got them camera phones and shit out. And I'm like, so kill him. Like, what the fuck? I didn't understand what the fuck was going on. He had like he couldn't kill him because people camera phones on. Motherfucker, you got in the whole suit. The whole point of you is to be anonymous. You kill a racist terrorist, I think people will be able to deal with it. I think it's going to be okay. But his bitch ass didn't kill him. And at that point, when he did not kill him, I knew what the fuck I'm going to be watching. I knew what the fuck he was going to be. He had already shown signs of weakness early on. His logic was fucked up early on a little bit. But then I saw this. I'm like, you, the Black Panther, kill him, go back to Wakanda. Who gives a fuck? Right? He bombed on your people. Kill him. They don't kill him. But oddly on this part, in this part right here, Klaue became a prisoner of Ross, the CIA. How the fuck you, Black Panther, you got the powers. You let this white man take your person that you chased down, you caught. It was your sister's technology that caught him. You give up the rights to Klaue to a white man. Y'all gonna go question him. This is what the fuck's going on. I'm like, what the fuck? How the fuck? How Ross didn't even do shit. He did none of the work. The team did the work. He gets to respect, or he gets to question the white man, right? Okay. And when he's questioning him, Klaue's telling him that, look, I don't know what the fuck you think about Wakanda, but it's vibranium all down that motherfucker. It's not no poor country like you thinking, because they got this force field shit over it to where it blends in with the trees. They got their own little place tucked away from the surrounding areas. Don't give a fuck about anybody outside of this force field shit. They didn't give a fuck about nobody else. All right. And actually, I believe Lapita's character did. That's why she was working outside of Wakanda. She would go on little missions and shit, which is why they had to go get her to begin with. And she had told him that she didn't want to be in that city like that. She out here trying to help the people and shit, right? But this shit goes on. Then they break Klaue free. This is what Killmonger, the chick, and I think a white boy. Killmonger had a team. They come and break Klaue out. Because Killmonger got a plan for Klaue. He has a plan for it. So he helps breaks him out. And during this time that this breakout is happening, the white man gets shot in the fucking back by diving in front of Lapita's character and essentially saving her from catching a bullet. So then the situation is, okay, well, he got shot. He saved my life. So we have to help him the fuck out. Even though they didn't want any outsiders in Wakanda. None of the black people in the surrounding areas could enter Wakanda at all. But they gonna bring a dying white man to Wakanda because he done dove in front of a goddamn bullet. When in most movies, what they do is they say, he got an injury. Keep pressure on it. I'm gonna call the ambulance. That's what they say. Keep pressure on him. I'm gonna call the ambulance. Especially with this technology they got. They just put something in his back that stabilized him. Let the white doctors, let the CIA deal with a motherfucking agent. He dove in front of some bullets because he shouldn't have been his prisoner any goddamn way. He shouldn't have even been there. That's his fucking fault. That shit happened. They don't want to bring nobody else to Wakanda, but they bring this motherfucker over there. No black folk can come in there. Refugees kept out of Wakanda. They didn't want anybody else in Wakanda at all. But they brought the white man because he jumped in front of a goddamn bullet, even though they done put a goddamn some type of super shit in his back to stabilize him. Let the white folk deal with him. They got surgeons and everything. But no, we got to save him. So we're going to bring him to Wakanda. I saw a huge problem with that. Y'all bringing the white man to Wakanda and won't let your own people in. Okay. So at this point in this fucking movie, I'm sitting here like, okay, he's cooned up on several levels. I'm watching Killmonger's character and what Killmonger's character is doing, even though it looks radical, what he said to the lady once they jacked the vibranium from the museum, what he said to her was so fucking cold to me. Like, y'all colonizers, basically, y'all didn't buy and arrange deals for shit. Y'all just took it. I was like, what the fuck? He right as fuck. Did he just justify all theft by black people to me? I think he did. He might have. He might have justified all theft by black people to me at that moment. He did that shit. So he having this type of impact on me at this point, right? But your boy Black Panther out here done cooned up on several levels already. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck? But cool. We'll continue, right? So they take the white man back to Wakanda. Heal him up. They technology done healed his ass up, right? At this point, your boy Black Panther is having some questions. Because he saw the ring that he has similar. So he had some questions about who Killmonger was. Because he didn't know at first. He didn't know who the fuck he was. But he saw that ring, which meant one thing, right? He didn't know who the fuck this guy was, but he had questions now. So he goes and talks to Forrest Whitaker's character to get some goddamn answers. And Forrest Whitaker didn't even want to tell him the goddamn truth. He had to scream on him to get him to tell him the truth. Like, he showed a little heart right there. To get him to tell the fucking truth, he had to scream on him, right? So Forrest Whitaker tells him how his dad basically killed his own brother in America, in California, actually. Very symbolic as to why the building and making of Killmonger happened in California, which is where Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale started the Black Panther Party. So it's very symbolic, that too. So they flash back to this fucking scene. And I'm sitting here kind of pissed off because the dad did not have to kill his brother. He didn't have to. You're the Black Panther. The brother was mad that Forrest Whitaker had been working as a snitch on him. Right? So he pulled the strap on him. About to shoot him. You're the Black Panther. Disarm. Right? You have to have a move. You got cat-like instincts. Disarm. Arrest. Or take into custody. Or a number of other things could have happened. But no, he had to kill him. Had to kill his own brother. Wouldn't even try to understand what Killmonger's daddy was saying. Killmonger's daddy was on the same shit Killmonger was on. Like, basically, look, man. We out here, I'm out here in America. I'm looking around out here at black people all over the place, disenfranchised without the power to defend themselves against the fucking colonizer, against the fucking white man. How do you hear your brother tell you some shit like that, some powerful shit like that, and you don't at least sit and talk to your brother? Now I understand they was mad at him because he was, you know, a part of the vibranium getting stole, that Klaue had stole. He was part of that, but you sit and talk to your brother. You don't kill him. You know he emotional because this dude been getting his trust and he snitched on him. He wasn't trying to shoot you. He was trying to shoot the snitch. He been living in Oakland. That's the rules. He done been, you know, Americanized a little bit. But he still had a revolutionary mind. You kill snitches. You still have how do you kill your brother that quickly? I didn't understand that shit. And then bounce? That's what you do? You just leave? His son is playing basketball outside and you leave? Okay, we'll come back to, okay, he gets this information. Black Panther gets this information. He's upset by this information. How y'all just gonna leave him behind? How y'all just gonna leave him out there like that? And basically, Forrest Whitaker was like, we had to protect our lives. That's what had to happen. We had no choice but to protect the lie that we told. Okay. So about around this time, Killmonger out here still making moves, right? He making moves to get to Wakanda, which is why he rescued Klaue, because supposedly Klaue had the information as to how to get to Wakanda because he'd been there already, and Killmonger was trying to go. And Ross, by this time, to let them know, Killmonger not no regular dude out here in these streets. He's educated and army ready, trained. He didn't let them know this shit about this dude. So around this time, Klaue and them, they about to ride off, right? And Killmonger like, nah, I'm trying to go to Wakanda. He's like, why the fuck you want to go over there with them savages? One, motherfucker, you call the black people savages, what the fuck you calling me? I don't think I could fully deal with somebody white being that blatantly racist towards black folk. And I'm just, even as the spook who sat by the door, I'm just like, man, like, whoa, I done punched him 4 times before I even realized what the fuck is going on. Like, God damn, my bad, bro. You said somewhere else. I ain't know what to do. You're not going to just sit here and keep calling motherfucking savages like this, bro. I'm sorry. You're not going to do that. You better tuck that shit in. But again, in the comic books, he was extremely racist. But they go to it, and then Killmonger like, nah, we about to go do this. This is what's going to happen. This is what you're going to do. So Klaue gets a hold to what everyone perceived as Killmonger's girlfriend, right? He done snatched her up, basically. Y'all know this is a classic, basic movie scene. He got her choked up. Killmonger got the gun on him. And like, well, if you shoot me, then your girlfriend, she gonna get it. At this time, she apologizes. She says, I'm sorry. I think that she understood that she had done compromised herself and then put him in this situation. He didn't want to have to deal with choosing. Didn't want to have to deal with choosing. But Killmonger he shoots the shit out of her. We're going to get back to that later. We're going to come back to this point later. But he shoots the girl that was with him. He shoots her. Do I think he had to do that? No. I don't think he had to do that. They supposed to have a code. They on teams. Anytime somebody grab you by the neck, since this happens in every movie, let me prepare my girl for what happens in every movie, baby. Listen, if somebody gets you like this, I'm going to look at you. I'm going to give you some type of eye signal, and you just going to drop. And I'm going to shoot him. I've seen it in other movies, right? This shit happens in every movie. So Killmonger could have trained this girl to, like, give her the, and then she dropped, shoot something hot like that, slow motion, even if you want to. I don't feel like he had to kill her. Because even when he killed her, it ain't like that one bullet took out both of them. Because that's what I thought I was going to see. When I first watched it, I thought I was going to see Killmonger shoot and maybe both of them get shot or something. Or something like that. I didn't expect to see her dead and this nigga just running off. Like, he just ran off. Like, I thought he was going to be dead. Klaue still alive. I'm like, God damn. All right. He chases him down and shoots the motherfucker any goddamn way, right? Now, there was a part on this part right here, kind of, it fucked me up a little bit. Because I'm like, well, if Killmonger killed Klaue, how the fuck did he know how to get to Wakanda? How the fuck did he had a plane, I get that, but he was using Klaue to get there. Maybe this is one of them parts of the movie where they didn't think that I was asked a question, like, what the fuck? He killed the nigga, how the fuck he get there? Okay, but cool. Okay, but cool. So either way, he goes. And Killmonger takes the body. Killmonger takes the body of Klaue over to the boy that played in Get Out, who was living on the outskirts of the city, had pet rhinos and shit, and was the lover of the bald-head warrior woman. They was lovers. But he drags him up. They was like, who are you? He was like, just look what the fuck I got for you, man. Don't worry about who I am. Don't worry about who I am. Just look what I got. So the boy from Get Out, like, what the fuck? Because he had got mad when Black Panther's bitch ass didn't kill him. When he didn't kill him, Get Out was mad at Black Panther then. He was like, I knew your daddy was a bitch ass nigga, but I didn't expect you to be a bitch nigga too. I thought you was going to be different. Basically, Klaue's supposed to be dead and you ain't do it. So when Get Out, when he saw that, he was like, oh shit. Let me take the boy up to the people real quick so we can have a discussion. He got Klaue right here. Okay. So they go do this. Black Panther knows the story of Killmonger around this time. And the little council, I guess, to me, it's just uppity ass elite black folk. They the little council. That's who they represent to me. The council is like, yo, we don't know this dude. He need to get the fuck up out of here. But he knew, Black Panther knew who he was. Now, you know who the fuck I am. And this is where Black Panther's mom, this is Angela Bassett played her part. She basically like, get this traitor the fuck, get this motherfucker don't belong here. He is an outsider. Get him out of here. But the white boy in there though. Hold on, here's a dude who's bringing you a body of one of your enemies. You mad? Get him the fuck out of here, basically. But the white boy in there though. I don't, you know. It's like, okay. Even though the king done killed his daddy, y'all left him behind. He's actually with y'all, but you want him to get the fuck up out of here. Okay. So I'm looking at this shit like, don't seem to be like nobody's bothered by the fact the white boy is in there though. He's chilling in the motherfucker. Okay. So they want him to get the fuck up out of there. His tactics are too radical. He too crazy with it. He too crazy. At this point in the movie, your boy Black Panther done had another cool moment where him and Lupita is walking in the street. And she's trying to tell him that she believes that they can help the people out here and defend themselves at the same time. Because basically, like, if everybody start knowing what the fuck's going on over here, then they're gonna come and we're gonna have to be at war at all times. And she like, we have enough to do that. They can't fuck with it. You can help the people out and help your own team, help out Wakanda, defend Wakanda the whole time. You can do this shit. We can do this shit. That's the type of mindset that Lupita had. And I respected that too. That they put her in a situation, she's still on some coon shit with wanting to save this white boy. She's still full-blown coon on that shit for wanting to save him like she did. But this ideology that she had, I fucked with. And this is why I knew another moment Black Panther had that was on some coon shit. He gonna tell her, oh, well, if you weren't so stubborn, you'd be fit for a queen. She laughed it off, made light of it. She said, it's the fact that I am so stubborn that I am fit for a queen. And then kind of joke, if I want that. To me, I'm listening to this coon ass nigga say this shit to her like, wait a minute. She just said some of the realest shit you ever heard in your life. You call her stubborn. And if it wasn't for this, she'd be fit for a queen. The fuck wrong with you, cuz? Because she telling the goddamn truth. This is your boy, though. This is the Black Panther right here. Just having this type of coon-ass logic throughout this fucking movie. Watch him. If you watch him, he does coon shit the entire time. He has coon conversations the entire time. Now, at this point, Killmonger challenges Black Panther. We going back to the throne room where they basically saying, get the fuck out of here. And Killmonger on some shit like, look, we can help the whole goddamn world, man. What the fuck is going on? Like, just like his dad said, it's all these black people out here that's suffering and we can help them. He challenges Black Panther for the motherfucking throne. And because it was in his birthright, it was applicable. So they had to honor it. So they set it up. They do the same little ceremony they did early in the movie when the one boy got challenged by the big dude from the Gorilla Clan or whatever the fuck he was. He fought Black Panther at first and Black Panther beat him and got his little king shit jumped off. And now he's being challenged again. They basically was trying to say, well, he can't challenge him. Like, yes, he can. He has every right to challenge somebody for the throne. So, you know, Black Panther acting like he about that life. Like, yeah, I'll take this challenge on. Yeah, I got it. No biggie. Right? No biggie, I got this. That's what he says. But shit didn't quite go like that. Now, before every fight, you gotta take the Black Panther juice out of a motherfucker. They just take the juice out. So he's a normal motherfucker. Killmonger proceeds to beat his ass. Because Killmonger done told him, this is what I've been waiting my whole life to kill your motherfucking ass, cuz. Literally, cuz, actually. They actually is cousins, but I've been waiting my whole life to kill your motherfucking ass. Killmonger beats his ass in a fair one, no bullshit, right? Here come your boy Forrest Whitaker, who snitched out his daddy to begin with. Who snitched his daddy out to begin with. He gonna say, goddamn, the homie about to kill this motherfucker. He gonna throw his sword out there like, no, it's me that you angry at, so kill me. So he like, all right, kill the fuck out of Forrest Whitaker. Everybody like, no. But ain't nobody say no for this man's daddy that fucking the other motherfucker murdered. Ain't nobody feeling bad about that. That was cool. So slow motion no's. And still, Black Panther done got his ass whooped. What Killmonger does is toss his little bitch ass off the goddamn waterfall. He shouldn't have done that. He should have cut his fucking head off, then tossed his head and his body off the waterfall. I don't know how many movies these niggas gotta watch before they know you can't just be throwing heroes off of shit and thinking they're gonna die. It's just... It doesn't happen like that. And that's even, you know, it does not work like that. You've seen enough movies. You can't be leaving niggas alive, man. Come on, Killmonger. You gotta know this shit. You done killed your girl, willy-nilly. You done popped her off. You got to make sure this motherfucker's dead. Tossing him off a goddamn waterfall. You don't know what's down there. Come on, man. But fine, tosses him off. Now he's the fucking king, right? He's the king now. He is the new Black Panther now. Killmonger did it. Now, I'm going to say at this point, we're going to pause here. I'm going to talk about some of the mistakes of Killmonger. Because at this point, he's made a couple mistakes. Even though I fucked with his character, again, we're going to pause at him being crowned king in Black Panther, and I'm going to deal with a couple of mistakes he made. Most people talk about Killmonger like he was infallible. Killmonger was infallible to a lot of people that have, I guess, reviewed the movie and everything like that. To me, he wasn't infallible. He had some serious mistakes that he made that cost him. One, shooting the only woman that was, or the only person that seemed like you had on your team that's riding for you. Through his life, through his army training, through his exploration of the world, Killmonger did not build him his own little foot soldier team. He didn't build. He was a loner. Like, you can't, even if you're about this revolutionary shit, even with his dad, like, if you by yourself, there's a good chance that the surroundings of you are going to come in on you like this. It's best to have a team. It's best to have a team. If you're going to be about this shit, it's best to build a team and have some people that have your back. I only seen one woman that was one black woman that had his back, and he shot her to get to the other boy. So he didn't have a team. He walked up in Wakanda thinking that he was about to just rule off of fear. You cannot rule off of fear for too long, because the people will overthrow you at some point, and particularly in monarchies. The people of Wakanda had that coon essence all over them. I don't know how he thought that he could trust the land of coons. They done killed your daddy, left you behind. You brought them a goddamn, that their enemy. They still didn't want to let you in. They don't even want to accept you, but you're going to take over the king position and be okay with no loyalty around you. You have none. That was a very grave mistake that Killmonger made. Now, he had the one boy from Get Out. Get Out fucked with him because Get Out was tired of the bitch shit. But that wasn't enough. And that with Get Out came from within Wakanda. It came from within. So he didn't come in with people with the same mentality as him. He went on this one man wrecking crew shit, and that's a mistake for anybody, right? So at this point, let's go back to he makes king. Killmonger is king. He gets the Black Panther, got him a cool little suit and all this type of shit, right? He drank the juice. He has a flashback and go talk to his daddy. Because for some reason, they get that Black Panther juice, they bury him, and they drift off and talk to people. Seems like mushrooms or something, like LSD, if you ask me. But either way, this is what the fuck they did. Drift off to this magical place and talk to dead people, right? So he goes back and talks to his dad. And his dad is basically telling him, I'm sorry, apologizing to him. And Killmonger, he's like, man, look. Killmonger basically told his dad, nah, I'm good. People die. It ain't no, it happens. I ain't really about to be all sad about this shit. It happens. I know what happened around here. I know what's going on. He ain't really had no feelings behind that shit. And basically he told his dad, like, look, it wasn't you that had the problem. It was them motherfuckers that had the goddamn problem. That's what he told his daddy. Like, get your dad ass the fuck out of here, basically. So I'm like, this motherfucker is a cold, hard, focused motherfucker. When he tell his own daddy to daddy, look, it's them. It's them motherfuckers over there that's the problem. And I'm gonna deal with it. So he gets his little powers and shit like that. All right. Comes back, looks around, and it's the room with the purple flowers and shit. The purple flowers in there. He tells the women, the elders in there, to burn everything. And the one lady like, well, nah, if we burn it all, then nobody else be able to be king. She might have thought that shit was going to be okay. Chokes her the fuck out, lifts her off her goddamn feet, chokes her out. He didn't kill her. I saw some people saying he killed her. He didn't kill her. He basically choked her out and said, look, I said what I said. I don't give a fuck about your rules and what this shit is for. That's none of my concern. Burn this shit down. During this time, Lupita comes in. She steals one. And not a lot of them. I would have stole a handful of them bitches. Like, I ain't gonna just pluck one. Try to make that magical one. That's that Hollywood shit. But she plucks one. And everything else burned down. And basically, he rallies the army. They run off like they just flee in the city. The mom, the sister, Lupita, they all get the fuck out of here. And they run to basically the gorilla dude. They run to him to try to get him to come fight off Killmonger. Right? That's what they break off to do that. The warrior bald-head woman says she's loyal to the throne. She told Lupita, look, I'm loyal to the throne. Just because you can run around out here floating around, I'm loyal to the throne. So if he's on the throne, I got to ride with him. I ain't got no choice. This is what I do. I'm super motherfucking coon, Super Saiyan coon. I'm going to ride with Wakanda, whatever. This is what she says to her. So Lupita runs off. She stays, right? And Killmonger by this time is giving orders. I want to take all of the weapons that we have, distribute them around the population to black people so they can defend themselves. Kill the oppressor, kill the oppressor's baby, and anybody who sides with the oppressor. Kill all these motherfuckers. That's what he wanted. That's what he wanted to happen. Of course, these coons, they not down with that shit. They're not down with his vision because they don't want to be discovered by the oppressor. They scared they ain't gonna be able to fight the oppressor off. Meanwhile, the white man was just there. CIA, who says he gonna keep y'all shit a secret? But they don't want nobody finding out about black people actually arming themselves and them helping out everybody. That's what Killmonger was on, helping out all black people, not just the people in Wakanda. And Lupita alluded to, her character alluded to it too, not just the people in Wakanda, help it's a lot of black people out here suffering, help everybody out. You're just gonna take care of that's some bullshit. So that's what the fuck he was on. A lot of people still was calling him extreme. He's too extreme. How extreme is it to defend yourself? Like, that's the same. And ironically, the Black Panther Party, the actual Black Panther Party, they were called extreme as well. And all they talked about, Malcolm X was called extreme. Anybody who is into fighting back, getting vengeance, they're extreme. And this is what black people are saying about Killmonger. I'm like, what you mean? Did you see his story? And outside of his story, do you see the story of black people and how they've been conquered? How can anybody say anybody's extreme? How are y'all black folks saying that when y'all watch it? Oh, he crazy. No. You defend yourself. He was wanting to arm black people to defend themselves. The Black Panther Party armed black people to defend themselves. Malcolm X, self-defense is intelligence. That's what it is. I'm not turning the other cheek, motherfucker. You come with guns. Well, I have a goddamn vibranium spear I'm going to throw into your motherfucking ass and kill you with no remorse. Because white folk got the guns. That's been their crutch. That's been what they've used the entire time. In the scene where the bald-head warrior girl, she even says guns. So savage. She calls guns savage. Because it's that long range sniper in the fucking 2 miles away, motherfucker. These are the type tactics that white folk came up with. Because that up close and personal life, they're not about that life at all. They're not about that. They like to camp. A lot of y'all might play video games sometime. White folk like to camp. That's what they like to do. Sit and hide and shoot. They ain't built for this shit. But if you want to defend yourself against them, then you're looked at as a radical. You're looked at as an extremist. This is how black folk treated Killmonger. Because he shot his girl, and by this time he done shot his girl. And he's talking about killing all these motherfuckers. So black folk already extreme. Now, of course, the movie can't end like this, right? The movie can't end here. He done won the throne. God has got the people sending the weapons out to everybody, all the black folk in, the world. Even in fantasy, they can't let this shit slide, right? Ain't nobody about to do that shit. Writers, directors, ain't nobody about to do that shit. So, at this point, the mom, the sister, and Lupita, they over there talking to the big dude. They over there talking to the big gorilla dude, trying to get him to basically, and actually took Ross with him. They took the white boy with him because he was up there. Actually, they took the white boy with his ass, and the gorilla dude actually talked about eating him. They made a joke about him eating the white boy. And he basically was like, "No, we vegetarians." And it was pretty funny. I ain't gonna lie. I laughed at that shit a little bit. Even when the white man started talking, they started going, "Ooh, ooh, ooh." They like real loud, like motherfucker, you white. What you talking about? Like, what if we really treated white folk like that? Every time they start talking, just ooh, ooh, like just say a loud sound like over you, like, no, bitch. Everything you say is bullshit. I don't want to hear from you. I've heard enough from you, sir. There are books written by you. I know what you want to say. I know what you're going to say. We've had enough. Like, we're protecting ourselves at this point from your shit, right? But they took the white boy over there with him, and he goes he basically like, look, no, hell no, I'm not, but let me show you something. One of my fishermen found your boy out here in the streets. He's hanging on by a thread. We got him out here covered in this snow and shit, right? So Lupita, this one flower she saved, the mama grinds it up. They pour it into him. He has another goddamn flashback. He's talking to his daddy and told his daddy why you leave him. Because basically his daddy's like, all right, son, you a bitch ass nigga. It's about time you give up and come join us dead motherfuckers, right? This is basically what's going on in his head. But then he started talking about why like, what the fuck, cuz that was wrong, man. Y'all was wrong. Okay. Said the daddy was wrong. He goes back, I'm going to finish this. Okay. Sister done brought his little goddamn his Black Panther, his uniform, because the other boy got a gold one or some shit. Because she had made two. Sister dope as fuck making these gadgets and shit. She had made two of them. But then of course he goes back into being Black Panther-y. He's back into hero form. And if you watch a lot of these movies, you'll see them do this common theme where the hero gets his ass kicked and somebody saves them and they come back full form. All right. This happened. It's happened in all these Marvel, even Iron Man, even Batman. Like he'll go get his ass fucked up and they all come back super, right? So he does the same shit, going back to take over his team again. All right. So they go and they had this big fucking war as the ships are flying off to distribute these weapons to these other black nations. Just distributing the weapons. So of course the plan is for them to go thwart this plan. You have Black Panther, Angela Bassett, Lupita, and the sister, and the white man going to thwart a plan to arm other black people in the world. This is the hero's plot. If he can do this, at this point, he's a hero. He's a hero at this point. This is the plot. If you can stop black liberation, you're the hero of the movie. It's written that you're the hero of the movie. If only you can make it back in time to stop and thwart black liberation. So that's what the fuck they go do. They go back and there's a big fucking fight and shit like this. They going back and forth. The rhinos come out. Get Out called his boys. He blew the goddamn whistle for his boys because Get Out and him was on the side of Killmonger. And the warrior Amazon chick, once she saw Black Panther, basically they flew out a plane. Black Panther jumps up there and takes it down and starts walking up. You know how they do. It's that Hollywood shit. He starts walking up and shit like, I'm back, bitch. Like, nigga, you ain't back really. You took a purple plant. Stop walking swaggy. Like, you ain't just do it by yourself. Your life was saved. A fisherman found you. You don't get to walk up like you just been about this life. I don't like when they do that shit. But okay. He walks up. The Amazon girl, the bald head one, turned to, basically they turned to Killmonger like, yo, bruh, nah, we ain't with you no more. The king is here. You didn't kill him, and he never ceased. Okay? That's what he said. He didn't cease, so he's really still the king now. So they turn on him. Get Out sides with Killmonger. He blow his little rhino horn, like a little dog whistle for rhinos. I didn't even know they had shit like this. And these ain't just regular rhinos. These are some big motherfucking rhinos with armor and shit on them. Just running through motherfuckers. Just clean running through motherfuckers. Get Out, jump somewhere in their back. Like what the fuck? He just jumps on their back. Like this is what he is. He's about this life. Right? So then they do the big fighting scene. Classic in any Marvel movie you ever watch. It's a big, huge fighting scene. Everybody going ham. It's Get Out and Killmonger against everybody else, really. Killmonger, actually, Black Panther's coming up trying to get in and shit like this. Killmonger goes, and actually he's about to kill Black Panther's sister because she got some weapons out. And then I set up a plan. They got the white man inside who's supposed to be basically flying that plane, flying their little ship like she drove the car. So she set the white man up to be able to do this shit, right? And his job is to take out these ships before they get past where we can reach them. Basically what they said, right? So white man, look. CIA, look. We need your help to save us. Them paying the CIA agents as that based on the history of the CIA and its constant, this government period, constantly tearing down black movements, black leaders, jailing black people. How the fuck do you write a CIA agent in as to saving or as to saving Wakanda, which I guess it makes sense now that I'm rethinking about it, because he's trying to stop Black liberation, and that's really all the CIA is about. So maybe now that I'm rethinking it, maybe it does make sense. Maybe that does make sense that they had a white CIA agent come in there and stop Black liberation, because that's what they do. They wanted to thwart the Black Panthers, take them out. Any Black leader, Black messiah that they didn't have control over, the CIA and the government killed. That's what they did historically. That's what they did. But here's this white man doing the same goddamn thing. Now that I think, I had to rethink about that. That just came just now. Now that I think about it, well, it makes sense. Yeah, he's starting to stop Black liberation too. So, but at this time, Killmonger about done got the knife up to Black Panther's sister, about to, stab her, right? And it's that Hollywood shit. Of course, Black Panther's basically surrounded everybody on him, but apparently he gets his little boost of fucking power and shit, because this that Hollywood theatrical, not my sister shit. Like, you were okay, because he actually killed one of the Amazon. Killmonger killed one of the Amazon chicks. He killed one of them. He killed one of the warriors of Black Panther. He killed her. And that's when the bald head chick, she got pretty raged out. She yelled a little bit. They mad at, like when they started that shit, they real mad. I ain't never been that mad before to do that. But they be mad. If they do that in the movie, they pissed off. You kill somebody that they really, you on some bullshit, they start yelling and shit. So she did like a little yell and shit. So, but then they go down, they fighting and shit like that, right? Him and Killmonger down this mother, they fall down this vibranium mountain, and they fucking fighting and shit, right? They go to fighting, long dumbass fight scene. Killmonger really beating his ass, like really. Black Panther. That's why when Killmonger was like, "Is this your king?" Black Panther, he was really getting his ass whooped by Killmonger. Truth be told, he got his ass whooped more than once. But they had some shit where when the way the tracks was set up, it weakened his suit so he could, work some bullshit out on him. And he finally fucking takes Killmonger down, and, the dude get out. His girl like, bruh, I will kill you for the team. Like, he basically, you'll kill me, my love. And then she looked at him like, well, yeah, I will kill your motherfucking ass. So just cut the shit out. But she stood in front of Rhino, and he done kissed her on the face. And she basically told Get Out, like, do you want this or not? Love or not? Your dick ain't that good anyway, nigga. Like, what? I will kill you right now. What you want to do? So, of course, he's like, he kneels, and everybody else kneels. And now the rest of the story and everything is up to the white man. And the white man is out here shooting down these ships, getting instructions from the sister as to how to shoot the ships down. He shoots them all down. Of course, they make this dramatic ass scene where the last one, he almost can't get it. This one about to get out. And it's that Hollywood shit, making it dramatic. This last one, he loses control. They throw some shit on him. He loses power, gains power, goes and kills it. And basically, he stops that last ship from getting out. After all is said and done, he stopped it from getting out. Yay, the white man has done it again, thwarted Black liberation while Black folk cheer and clap. That's what he did. That made Wakanda happy. That made Black people in the theater happy. I didn't understand. This is what they've been doing to y'all, and y'all. Okay. So at this time, Killmonger is dying. All right, he done got shanked. So Black Panther takes him up on this mountaintop because he was talking about how his dad told him that Wakanda was the most beautiful place ever, and he wanted to go up here, and they basically took him up there to look at the sky, the sun, and shit like that. And he basically said, well, Black Panther was like, I can save you. Right? Black Panther was on some I can save you shit. And Killmonger was like, bruh, nah. Kill me and put me in the ocean. Because my people knew that drowning was better than being in bondage and subjugated to this bullshit. Death is better than that. That's what Killmonger was on. He could have saved himself right there. Like, yeah, bruh, my bad. You know I'm wildin'. Had a rough childhood. You know about it, right? He could have did some shit like that and faked it. But he thugged it though. He thugged it all the way to the end, man. He was like, hell no, you're not about to put me in no fucking cage and have me as a spectacle. You're going to tell everybody I'm crazy. They're going to come look at me and point while y'all motherfuckers still in here living a life and you ain't helping people out. That's what he did. So what happened? This is basically the whole movie right there. We didn't do the whole thing in like an hour. Now, what this movie does, even after this part, of course, all order and balance is given back to the world. He's begging Lupita to stay with him and shit like that. He wanted her to stay. And so he goes to where Killmonger's dad was murdered. Because he knew, basically his uncle, he goes to where he was murdered and they want to set up some, you know, basically giving technology and shit, some old community center type shit. You know how motherfuckers do. You got all that goddamn money to build true infrastructure, to really arm your people, and you want to set up a goddamn community center? That's what you do. And then it was weird to me too how they let the kids see the goddamn spaceship. That was weird to me how they did that part. But then at the end, he's meeting with the UN. Like the UN has ever had black people's best interest at heart whatsoever. It's all about subjugation of black people and all of the lands that we inhabit that have value. You would think that even the Black Panther, he would know, because he said himself, he said, if they knew we were here, if the white men knew we were here, we would have to fight all the time. So you know the mentality of the person that you know, trying to be in bed with. You know their mentality, and you still don't want to get your people to a point where they can liberate themselves from this type of colonizer. If you want a land with value, you have to fight at all times. There's something wrong with that. That ain't normal. Why you want to meet with the, why you want to be in bed with these motherfuckers? Something's wrong with them. Like, that shit killed me. Like, what the fuck? What is Cali gonna do with a community center out in Oakland? What they gonna do with that? You might as well go hand out coats in the wintertime like a lot of these motherfuckers do. You sitting on $1 trillion in a community center that you gonna let Lupita watch over. She may help out. I'm not saying Lupita wouldn't help out the people around there, but I mean, come on, man. That's what these motherfuckers do, man. He might as well went and gave out turkeys and shit. You know, that's type shit these rich motherfuckers do, and then black people think that's some big shit. Like, build a school, like a community center. Build a school. The fuck they gonna do with a goddamn community center, man? Now, fine, they can go get help and stuff. And I understand mentorship and stuff like that, but nah, man. The Black Panther was on some coon shit for the entire fucking movie. The only thing that he did that was non-coon-ish to me was, the only thing that was non-coonish to me was that he actually was mad that they left Killmonger behind. He was actually mad about that. That's the only thing I can give him for the entire fucking movie. That's the only thing I can give him. Killmonger had the right mentality for the movie. Now, how black folk looked at this movie was flawed. A lot of black folks saw it as flawed, and some people actually, I put up on Instagram earlier, was, and I'm gonna actually get to some of y'all's comments here in a second, but let me just finish this point. I'm gonna spend some time with y'all tonight. I just talked for an hour straight, so I'm gonna spend some time with y'all tonight. If you really got questions, save them for a second, and then I'm gonna open it up to y'all can say whatever comments, whatever questions, shit like that you want me to actually address, because I haven't been paying attention to this shit. So, but he cooned out the whole fucking movie. He didn't do number one decent thing to me. Black people are looking at this movie as some type of liberation type of movie. It was not that. It showed that black liberation is always thwarted by coons and white folk. That's what it is. So when y'all out here and y'all act like that, when people address coons and really feel like coons are a huge, serious problem, this is why. It's detrimental that we deal with coons. It's detrimental that these fucking, these people that will sell out the people, work with the white man to help subjugate you, to keep you on a level. Those type of people are fucking coons, and they're willing to sacrifice the whole team for a couple. And that's bullshit. And that's what the fuck the Black Panther, that's what it is. That's what he does. And I don't understand how we don't look, we're not seeing that they put that on TV. And I had said that I didn't know. I went and saw it by myself. I don't know if I'm gonna let my young kids see it. And people was tripping about on me on it. Like, my 5-year-olds, I don't even know that they need to see this shit. Like, what's the fucking point of watching Black liberation be thwarted and a guy be held as a hero? My kids, some people was telling me, well, you're supposed to educate your kids, you're supposed to tell them what's right from wrong. And I get all that. I do that every fucking day. But explain to my children how Stan Lee stole this name, Disney done bought out Marvel, Disney racist as fuck. They put this on this screen, these symbols on this screen to show Black people that can't reach liberation because coons and white folk always holding us the fuck back. My 5-year-olds ain't about to, they're not on that level. I can say that to them, but they won't be able to fully understand it because they're too young. Now I can do a better job explaining this shit to my teenagers. I can talk to them about it. We can go see it and I can break it down for them as to what I saw and what symbolism it showed and how the would-be alpha male, the not scared of fucking white folk, the not scared of the colonizer, not scared to confront the colonizer, not scared to fight the colonizer. They villainize this character. And I can explain villainize to a 5-year-old, but get the fuck out of here. Like, come on. I don't have time for it. I can't even get Black people to understand it. Grown Black people don't understand this. And motherfuckers want to act like I ain't educated, like I'm trying to hide my kids from racism. No. This is a movie that they don't need to fucking see because it doesn't make any sense to me. I watched it. I'm 34. I'm fairly smart, and I don't fucking understand this bullshit and how we clapping for this bullshit. How our kids will put on Black Panther outfits. I've been seeing grown men in Black Panther outfits. So let's look at this. The money that's made from the movie already going to, you know, the white man publishing companies. The money made from all paraphernalia we buy going to them. Our children come this Halloween. I guarantee it. Y'all Black folks shouldn't be celebrating Halloween anyway, but y'all will. Our kids will be dressed up like Black Panther. I promise you I'll see more Black Panther kids than I will see Killmonger kids. I promise you that. I guarantee it. Because that's who was painted as the hero in the movie. And to get a fucking 5-year-old to understand how deep white supremacy is, how deep the symbolism is, how deep the CIA has been into thwarting every Black movement, period, the government has done this. Kids can't, y'all be careful. If you gonna take your kid to see it, I can't stop nobody, but mine ain't going. And my son Nathan, he actually likes shit like this. He likes superhero movies. I'd rather take my kids to see the white man fighting the white man than me taking my kids to see the Black man fighting a Black man, and the hero is made out to be the goddamn villain and vice versa. I can't, that's too much for my kid. They can go watch Spider-Man. I don't mind that. Call me what you want. I don't have to explain Spider-Man. It's a white man fighting some other crazy ass white man. Fine. But trying to explain this shit, this bullshit I watched, nah. Okay, y'all. I'm going to, at this point, open the floor up, and we may get into some other topics. We may get into some other topics as well. I'm gonna open the floor up for y'all's questions, comments, and everything like this. Mad love to everybody that's here right now, that stayed to this point in the show. Mad love to y'all. Most definitely mad love for even lasting this long with me talking about this shit. But again, yo, when I saw this shit, I was really, really, really disappointed. And I was more disappointed in not the movie because it's Marvel. So you have to understand, I'm not disappointed in the movie. I'm disappointed at our response to the movie. That disappoints me more. And I get what black folk was doing it for. So I'm not shaming black people. I'm not trying to shame them for being excited. But one thing is that we don't have pride like this all the time. That's one main thing. But the second thing is it was wrong. Like, this movie gets more revered. You get these characters, the Black Panther in this movie gets revered more than the actual Black Panther Party. The Black Panther Party is treated like shit amongst many black people. They were just racist. They were the black KKK even. You'll hear this type of logic. But all black people is down with Team Black Panther. This fictitious Black Panther from the comic books. They down with that. So that bothered me even before. The energy bothered me before that even happened. Before the movie even came out. I'm like, how the Black Panther Party don't get y'all black folk juiced up like this, and they fought and died for you for real. Y'all clapping for somebody who stopped your liberation. You don't give a fuck about these people that died for real, that was assassinated by this government, jailed by this government. You don't even care about that. People that's talking about that, they super woke, too conscious. They, you get all these, this motherfucker hotel, like, when people talk about the actual Black Panther Party, you get that bullshit. But for a fictitious Black Panther, African garb, kente cloths, dances, hype, juiced up, like, that part bothered me more than the movie, because Marvel has to continue its brand. They brought Black Panther in on the Civil War movie. They're going to be bringing him back on another movie they plan on building. They're going to be bringing that character back. All these Marvel characters, they're getting their own movie. That's just how it is. Iron Man, Spider-Man, goddamn Ant-Man, whoever. They giving them all movies. I'm ready for them to make a movie about the black dude that got the goddamn wings. I'm surprised they ain't did his ass yet. I don't know what his name is. I'm surprised they did, but this is just them furthering their brand. That's why they did it. Y'all black folk took it as something they was doing for you, but that's not what it was. And that's the part that bothered me the most. That's the part that bothers me the most. Actually, if you look at the X-Men movies, the concept of Killmonger's character is common. What I'm gonna say, I'll say this. If you watch the X-Men movies and you watch the character of Magneto, right? Magneto is painted as a villain. He always painted as a villain. Period. Xavier's the good guy. Magneto is the villain every time. Magneto has no love for humans. None. He would rather kill all of them before they kill the mutants. His argument is always, well, okay, Xavier, I feel you. They grew up together. You know what I'm saying? They cool, but bro, they are killing us though. Why you keep wanting to save them? Why you keep wanting us to not use our powers to defend ourselves when we can wipe these motherfuckers out? They need to chill. That's what Magneto's always said. And Xavier's always like, no, don't use your powers. Chill. They're not all like that. Magneto always like, get the fuck out of here. And if I got to go to war with you, I'll go to war with you too to get my people, to get the mutants liberated. It's the same type of concept, the same battle of liberation that Magneto and Xavier have. Everybody, whoever's on Magneto's team, those are the bad guys, even out throughout the comics. But Magneto, what he's on is not necessarily negative. If y'all humans gonna keep fucking us up, well, we gonna fuck y'all up. That's what we gonna do. And if you look at the comics and the comic books, you'll see that there's the Sentinels. The human beings made Sentinels to kill mutants. If you keep up with any of the the actual comics, that's what the humans did to kill mutants for no fucking reason. Just hunt them down and kill them. And Magneto's like, nah, fuck that shit. It's the same shit. They have these characters in these fucking movies and shit that show these, in these Marvel things, they show these characters. And it's always one is evil and the other one is good. I didn't start looking at these motherfuckers like, well, nah. Not based on what I'm learning now. See, when I was a kid, Magneto was a bad guy. Fuck Magneto, this old bitch ass nigga. But now I don't look at it like that no more. Some of his shit may be extreme, but it's no more extreme than what the humans are doing to try to murder the fucking mutants. It's the same shit. The same exact shit. Okay, let me get to y'all comments for real now. Quit bullshit. Let me breathe for a minute too. I think he did, Cynthia. I think Cynthia said, didn't Stan Lee admit that he made Magneto in the likeness of Malcolm X? I think he did. I think he actually did admit that. The only thing that I don't like when they call themselves making people in the likenesses of Malcolm X is they always try to make them out to be extreme as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like Malcolm X wasn't on no kill, you know, all white babies or all white people. Malcolm X wasn't even on that shit. But he said, if you come over here fucking with me, I'm gonna kill you then. You see. But they try to paint, even when they say that, I don't fuck with that. Like, that's not what Brother Malcolm was even about. But that's how they always paint this shit up. And actually, in the comic book, I don't want y'all to worry about Killmonger. In the comic books, Killmonger gets killed twice and comes back. Per the comic books, he gets killed twice. And I'm going to give y'all another spoiler about what the comic book said about Nakia, the character that Lupita played. She teams up with Killmonger and becomes on his team down the line as well. So maybe a little spoiler. I'm sure that the TV or show is not going to, the movie's not going to show that, but that happens down the line. I was about to say in real life, I guess in the comic book world, that happens. And some people were actually mad that the movie didn't follow the comic book exact, but y'all know by now, books and comic books don't follow, the movies aren't going to follow them exactly. You know, it's just not going to happen. And that's all it is to it. Yeah, y'all didn't know that shit, did you? Go look that shit up. I ain't lying to you. Go look that shit up. I ain't lying to you. B.A. Battlecat says you was down with Killmonger killing kids. Now, I wasn't really down with him killing kids, but I understood what he was saying. Because what you have to do when, even me, like, I have to look at that like, well, how many times did white folk decide that they weren't going to kill our kids? How many leaders did they have in place that they saw as great leaders that did not spare our children? And they didn't even do it from a leader standpoint. They would even do it from just a slave owner standpoint. No real political power, not a king or anything like that. A slave owner could decide, fuck all black babies. A sheriff could decide, fuck all black babies, kill black babies, feed black babies to the fucking alligators. So if those ideologies exist in these people, and white folks still held them as great, write them in their history books as great people and everything. They call slave owners the founding fathers. I have to look at this thing and be like, well, that's not how I would go about it. I'm not calling for the genocide of all white babies. Y'all ain't never heard me say no shit like that. Because those white parents are the reason these white kids grow up to be racist pieces of shit. That's what happens to them. I don't blame white babies for that. But by the time you grown and you can understand and you still choose to stay like this, off with your motherfucking head. Then you see. That's what I'm like. And I don't give a fuck how anybody feels about that, because kids grow to be grown. Y'all know what it is. But ain't nobody white ever gave a fuck about our kids. They don't even give a fuck about our kids now. That's why you got the school to prison pipeline. So who the fuck am I to sit here and say he was wrong for saying that? But white folk out here not only just saying, doing this shit all the fucking time. That's what they're doing. Black people don't even have the heart to run around murdering white people. We ain't got that type of heart. We ain't act like that. So I wouldn't, again, that piece of what he said, the baby's part, I don't agree with that piece, but I couldn't destroy it because, I mean, look at history. They're trying to kill our black kids right now. They don't give a fuck. Let me see what y'all talking about in here. Exactly. Some of y'all know what the fuck. I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping. Right. This dude is really serious about my sign. I don't believe in signs, man. God damn. Do we do this every week, y'all? I don't believe in signs, but I was born on April the 18th, so that makes me an Aries. What are you going to do with that information now? Are you going to tell me how I am? Or are you going to tell me that you knew it? Like that? Maybe you'll do that. But I'm going to move on quick. I'm not going to spend no time. I'm an Aries. Do whatever you have to with that. I answer them, y'all. It's okay. I said y'all can ask me whatever. We done dealt with the movie. Y'all can ask me whatever. Y'all can ask me whatever. Some of y'all saying, well, Cynthia, okay, I see Cynthia say y'all agree with, you agree 100% with Killmonger's logic and plan. Some people saying they do too. I'm not against that, but I don't think I could act out that. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it myself. Even if I was a soldier in the army of Killmonger, he was like, yo, kill all the white babies. I'd be like, bruh, I don't know if I can do all that. But I respect people that understand. Cynthia says the Bible even mentioned destroying the people, their children, cattle, and everything they touches. But the white man wrote that Bible, though. I mean, the Bible, shit. Those are white tactics. And actually, white folk really didn't kill all our kids. They enslaved a lot of them. I can see if y'all say, well, maybe enslaved the white kids. I don't know. I don't think I could murder them, though. I mean, I couldn't do it. That's just me. Maybe I ain't got to that point yet in my would-be wokeness. I don't know. I ain't there yet. I'm not there yet. Yeah, I watched Black Lightning. Rich Tate Animated said, Rob, did you watch Black Lightning series? You missed the live stream because I actually talked about Black Lightning. Yeah, you're right. Yumi Kumi too says Killmonger needed a team. Going along was the first mistake. Most definitely. I knew he was going to walk up in there with a team. He walked up in there by himself with a dead body. Black folk, we can't be out here like that, man. That's why it's really important that we network and build with like-minded people that's down to ride with you. If it gets to be on that level, if you want to make a power move like that, plan it out, act it out, carry it out. I really thought, based on his military training that he had received, I thought he said he studied the colonizer. That's what Killmonger kept saying. He kept saying, well, he studied them, so he knew their tactics, so he'll use their tactics against them. Well, you didn't study them good enough if you by yourself. You gotta have people that have a like mind with you, and then you move. Then you move that way. But that's, you know. No, I do not. Oh, somebody, Vanessa says, Rob, do you have non-black friends? If you mean like non-black, like I know some what they call, I got some people I'm cool with. I don't even know about friends on that level. I don't really do the whole friend thing like that. I don't do friends. But it's people that fuck with me that are non-black, if that's what you're asking me. Some, even it's a couple white folk, not many white folk gonna fuck with me like that, but it's a couple of white folk, they respect me. If nothing, even if I don't even know if they could hate me secretly. I don't know. But by the time they see me, they sitting up, looking me in my motherfucking eyes, and they know damn well I'm not about to back down from them, so they don't make a thing out of it. You know what I'm saying? They could go home and plot. I don't know. But everybody's cool with me. I don't have no issues. The word friends is tough for me, but I don't have any issues out of no race of people. That I actually get time to be around, because I don't be on the other shit. I'm gonna tell the goddamn truth, and if the truth bothers you, then it was supposed to. That ain't my fault. That's your goddamn fault. Especially when motherfuckers try to claim they ain't racist. I'm not a racist. Well, I'm talking about racist, so you shouldn't be mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm not a coon. Well, I'm talking about coons, so you shouldn't be mad. So I don't. If you mad, it's like shit. Phobo76 says Killmonger did have a team. He was sending the weapon to the people. He had what he called groups around everywhere, but clearly you're not slow enough to think that that's what we're saying. We talking about going in there with a team that was connected to him, just like the Wakandans or whatever, the people of Wakanda, just like they had people with them. They people wasn't spread out all over the fucking world and they had one person in there. That's not what we talking about. We talking about strength in numbers together like this. Because hell, we can say right now that conscious black people have numbers, but them bitches is, man, everywhere, all over the fucking place. We're not in one place planning. That's a difficult thing to even be. Now say we send in one hero into a whole city and we waiting on him to send us weapons. Fuck we gonna do? We send one man up against a whole goddamn kingdom and we waiting on him. That's not a team, bro. If you thought that was a team, then you got a team all wrong. That's not what a team is. Right, Roxanne, yeah. He said that. Roxanne said they had war dogs like Lupita all over the world. I think that's probably why Lupita didn't fuck around and joined up with him. But he needed them motherfuckers to come from all over the world. By the time I'm king of, I guess, Wakanda, I'm at least going to get me a couple folk. I'm going to send a plane out to go grab some of my homies real quick. Let's go pick up some of my people, at least a couple. God damn, I need somebody to watch my back in here because Get Out, he fucking the chick that's watching my side view, and we don't know how that shit going to work out. I ain't watching. I'm not going to have coons watching my back. That's the mistake that all of our great revolutionaries, that's the mistake that they make. They surround themselves, or at least they allow themselves to be infiltrated by coons. Hell no. I will not. I'm not leaving my back to, watching my back to, let that be a coon's responsibility at all. Zeno120 says, how would he have brought them in if they barely trusted him altogether? He choked a bitch out for suggesting that they not burn the flowers. They burned them. The fuck? Fuck, Zeno. You ain't been listening? If I wanted two of my homeboys, I'd have made them burn their sacred flower. I'm sure he could have gotten to get 2 or 3 of his homeboys in there. I'm sure he could have. And I'd have saved us shit, man. If he doing that, I think he could have did it. But that's just me. That's just me. But if he out here choking bitches out and shit like that, like I think he could have got at least 2 homeboys over there if he tried. But I really did like something else. Something else he did that I liked, the movie did that I liked, is the way that they depicted black women overall. I really liked the way they did that. You had the black woman as the warrior, the team of the warriors. You had the mom. You had Lupita. She was a warrior out abroad. You had the sister being smart. I like the way they depicted black women in the movie. When old girl had that fucking wig on and she hated that shit. I forgot what she said. She said it's shameful or some shit she said, but so, you know, it was a good depiction of black women, you know, in their would-be natural states, and being proud of it. So I liked that aspect of it. But I really don't like what they tried to do to the masculine image, the masculine fire energy. I don't like what they did with that. I don't like what that. Oh, Rich. Okay, she said it was a disgrace. That's what it was. That's what it was. That's what the fuck it was. But I did like that. I did like the way they depicted black women. You don't really see black women depicted that way very often in these movies. So I did like that. Pack One says, do you like the fact that it represented African culture? I do like that. I think the imagery was great. I'm not knocking the imagery at all. If you goddamn turn all of the sound off and just watch and look at the goddamn pictures of the waterfall and the effects and how they showed everything, and I mean, that shit was cool. There was nothing wrong with the imagery that they showed in the movie. It was dope, other than the fact that clearly the people that live in surrounding every area of Wakanda live in squalor. I mean, other than that being some bullshit, but and then they had all this great technology, but then you had to do with the rhinos, and I'm like, where the fuck the rhinos come from? I didn't get that either. Y'all got technology going on, and these dudes riding rhinos. It was interesting, but the imagery was cool. It wasn't all bad. Todd Fowler says to the Black Panther was still a masculine man, Rob. He fought honorable. Well, I mean, that can be your opinion. I respect that. I disagree. He didn't show any masculine traits to me throughout the whole movie. I'm trying to find one that truly masculine traits. He was doubting himself. He didn't even think he was ready to be the king. He went crying to his daddy the first time. He didn't even think he was ready, so he didn't even have confidence in himself fully. He got his ass whooped. He cooned out the whole time, and I don't know what he did that was masculine that you saw, but it wasn't masculine to me. He did stand up to his dad one time. Roxanne Looney says only when he stood up to his dad was that one time. Yeah, it was that one time where he raged out on his daddy, said that shit was wrong. Y'all are wrong. Rich Tate Animated said, did the Black Panther even scratch one white person in the movie? No. 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 Not one time. Not one time. Which one is Bucky? B Me says, speak on what the Bucky character was doing in Wakanda. Which one was Bucky? Because I didn't, their names I'm not good with. Which one was Bucky? Was that the gorilla dude or? Todd Fowler says he got his ass whooped like a man. Okay. Okay. I feel you. The white dude from Captain America. I remember that white fucking dude. He the one Captain America that was like his war brother. They fucked his mind up and he started fighting against Captain America. They jogged his memory. He started being back with Captain America. I would assume that Bucky was there spying on them. I would assume that Bucky's there spying on them motherfuckers. There can be nothing else that he's there for but to be a white presence in a black area. That's what they do. That's what they do. That's all they do. Now that the white boy Ross is in there good with him, they could probably send all types of white refugees to Wakanda and they'll let them in. I'm sure that's what they're going to do. I'm sure that's what they're going to do. Anytime Ross wants to use Wakanda as a refugee place for white folk, they will allow it. Because one of the things I noticed when they was in that little casino place, that, you know, he basically told Black Panther, like, well, I'm keeping your city a secret. I'm keeping your identity a secret. So basically you owe me, kinda. It was on some shit like that. I'd have killed him. And where I come from, if motherfucker threatening to expose you, well, I ain't gonna say where I come from. I'll do it per the white man. You can have even a white man threaten to expose another white man or a corporation. Somebody got a lot of money, they dead. He basically told him, like, man, I'm keeping your secret, you know, like, get the fuck out of here. Basically, this is what the white CIA dude said to him. I'd have killed him anyway. You know where I am. You know about me. You're dead. You're dead. But that's, again, that's what I think. Either he over there as a refugee or he over there to fuck some shit up. I mean, that's what white people do. I'm surprised y'all question a white presence anywhere. You know what white people are there for. You know what white people are there for. Todd Fowler asked me, do I read the comics? I don't follow the comics closely. I'm not a comic book dude. No. I'm not a comic book dude. I know some stuff. I don't know everything, of course. Hooligan Bay says Bucky was granted asylum in Wakanda and put into a cryogenic sleep until they found a cure for his brainwashing. Well, sounds about right. They can use Wakanda to store and hide white folk. So, you know, it is what it is. But Black Panther was really it was a symbolic thing to black people. It was an imagery thing for black people. About like y'all's boy Obama. I see some of y'all talking about Obama in here. It's the same thing as Obama. Black people, that imagery that imagery means something to black people. So, you know. I did like his sister's character. I did like that, her character. I didn't much care for the fact that she healed Ross. I didn't much care for that. I think that somebody should have killed him. I really do. But I guess if they'd killed him, then that would have taken away the whole white CIA stopping black liberation aspect of it. Frederick Brown says, Rob, what do you rate the film on a scale from 1 to 10? Let me see. Black women depicted good in the movie. The visuals were dope as far as the culture of Africa thing. And the special effects were good. So 3 out of 10. That's what I think I'll give it. About a 3. It's what I will officially give it. A 3 out of 10. So some of y'all saying 6 and 7s. Y'all higher than me. Y'all are way higher than me. About a 3. Gina Regina says the rhinos were sacred and are symbolic. Killmonger making them into weapons since they represent gentleness is the thing. Killmonger didn't make them into weapons. They were already weapons. That was the boy. Maybe I won't say Killmonger didn't make them into weapons, but how I perceived it was that the rhinos was already a part of their fighting force, which is why Get Out was able to blow that horn and just jump on their back like that. Killmonger was only there for a day. So I didn't perceive it as Killmonger made the rhinos into weapons. I thought that's what they were for. And they were still gentle even as weapons. That's why old girl, when she stood in front of that one rhino, he just stopped and licked her face. So I kind of thought that that's just, they got a team of rhinos that just run around acting like that. That's what I perceived it as that. The Fab Lust The Fabulous Nerd says, I give the film a 10 out of 10 because I read between the lines of the film. Plus, I'm a Marvel head. I have no idea what that means. But I will say, okay. Don't know what that means. What lines you read between that would lead you to give it a 10. Georgia James says, Rob, what are your thoughts on Adolf Hitler? Why would I have thoughts on Adolf Hitler? Why would I have thoughts of Adolf? You sitting around thinking about Hitler, bro? I really can't say I have any thoughts other than he murdered a lot of people and he's supposedly dead. A white dude that committed acts of genocide. I mean, just like white men do. I can't really say he's special to me in any type of way. Epidemic Beats. Have I heard butthurt white rapper responding to Jordan Lucas? No, I have not. I wouldn't listen to that. You know, I wouldn't even listen to a white boy. I wouldn't listen to a white boy rap that shit. But I mean, I don't know what's going on. 7 out of 10. The imagery was 10. You can't give a movie a 10 for imagery. Black love. That can be an aspect that you factor into the 10. But shit. Some of y'all giving it a 10. I respect that. I mean, everybody has their own ideas of what makes a movie good to them. As a Marvel movie, I would give it a 10. As a Marvel movie, I would I'll take that back. I'll say I'll give it an 8.5 for a Marvel movie because there was a couple things still that even with Marvel, it didn't make any sense to me in the movie. But just simply as that, then it's fine. You know what I'm saying? It's fine. But as a movie that I watched with 3 eyes, no. For black, what I saw white people do to black liberation, what I saw, and they hired black people to do it for them. The director, the actors, whatever. I understand it was a black film, but the white Marvel Disney, they were able to tell this story where at the end of the day, black people lose. So from that aspect, I don't see how it just gets a 10 just cause, like, if you read between the lines, like, that's odd to me. That's odd to me. Somebody fairly literary says, what movie would be a 10 for me? God damn. Man, I would have to think about that shit. That ain't a question I can answer quick. Maybe like something like The Matrix. Something like The Matrix. The concept of The Matrix is a movie that I would deem, you know what I'm saying, up on that level. I hope the movie that y'all boys Matt Barnes is coming out with about the life of Huey P. Newton, hopefully that's up in the 10 range. I want there to be a movie about I've been wanting there to be a movie about the actual Black Panthers. And if the movie about Huey P. Newton doesn't get the same type of support, that's going to be really, really, very, very mentally disturbing for me. That's going to bother me a lot. But Matt Barnes is supposed to be working on that. Now, I don't think Matt Barnes is the man for the job, but if he'll put money behind it, then I think there's enough former Black Panthers. I think there's enough information out here on Huey P. Newton for him to make a good movie out of it. And it has a opportunity for a movie to be about some empowered black people. Even though I hate the fact that I already know what happens to the empowered black people. I hate that aspect of it, but that's a hard fucking question, man. Whoever asks, man or woman, whatever you are, that's tough. Some of y'all gave Django a 10. The Dark Knight, Black Love said the Dark Knight was a 10. I can agree to that. I fuck with the Dark Knight heavy. But I fuck with the Dark Knight because I'm sick, possibly. I fucked with the Joker heavy. Even his philosophies I fucked with. What he thought about this society, how fake that shit was and is, I fucked with that. So the Dark Knight was cold as hell. Yes, the basketball player, Matt Barnes. It shouldn't take Matt Barnes to do it. It shouldn't be Matt Barnes doing it, but he's doing it. And I hope he does a good job. Somebody said Get Out was a 10. Get Out was decent. I wouldn't give it a full-blown 10. But it was decent. I don't know. I heard some shit about a Get Out 2. Which they can do a Get Out for every day of the fucking year. There could be a Get Out for every day of the year because black people can't seem to stay away from white folk. They can't seem to do it. They can't resist. There could be a Get Out 1 through Get Out 2 through 365. Really. There could be one for every goddamn day. Right now, there's somebody on some Get Out shit. Right now. I guarantee there's a black person right now that is sitting around, looking around at white folk all around them, smiling, and that makes them feel good. Right now, that's happening. As we speak, that's happening. I think there could be several Get Outs made in all types of scenarios. Cynthia G says Matt Barnes is a coon. Don't know how that's relevant to him making a movie. All these motherfuckers are coons, but if he does a good job making the movie, I wouldn't give a fuck that he's a coon or not, honestly. I wouldn't care. But that's just me. I do think he's a coon, but who's not a coon? Y'all saying director for Get Out? Or not Get Out. The director for Get Out, y'all did say he was a coon. Y'all said Jordan Peele was a coon because his wife is white. So, I don't know. Like, I guess it just depends. I Am Not Your Negro was more like a documentary to me. Denise Archibald says I Am Not Your Negro is a bomb film, definitely a 10. That was more like a, that was more like a documentary style thing to me. I don't know how Matt Barnes is a coon, but I mean, Cynthia said he was a coon, so I don't know what he did. Somebody said Logan was a 10. To me, Logan, the little girl had more heart than him, man. Like the little girl had more heart than Logan, man. But Logan was decent, but I don't like that shit. Now, one thing about Wolverine is he will kill some motherfuckers. I'll give him that. But he was just too soft in that shit to me, man. A couple things he could have did way different. But it was still a decent movie. But a 10, like, that's tough. The little girl had more heart than him. Zeno says Logan was dying. He was out of energy. Why the fuck wouldn't Logan dedicate his life to healing himself? Like, what the fuck? I mean, I know he old, but clearly there are mutants out here. Like, whatever. I'm not supposed to think that much about movies. This is what allows more people to call movies 10s, is because it's certain stuff I think about that don't make sense that will take it off of a 10 level to me. You know what I'm saying? That's just me, though. Linda says, what do you like about the male characters in Black Panthers? Which, are you talking about the movie or are you talking about in real life? Yeah, I be thinking too much sometimes, and that ruins movies for me. Sometimes I be like, this Hollywood shit. Y'all heard me do it a couple times in this. Like, this Hollywood dramatic bullshit they be doing. Sometimes it's just like, yo, But you know, it is what it is. That's all good, Miss Murphy. You got to get out of here. Mad love. You already know what it is. If you got to get up out of here, I'm about to get off here in a little bit too. I've been on for almost 2 hours fucking with y'all. Nubian Knight says, what about Denzel as Malcolm? That was close to a 10 to me. Then that movie was cold. I wish they would have played more into it. Could have been I guess a longer movie because I'm so interested in the life of Malcolm X. This could be a flaw in my character. I'd have been more into them showing how Louis Farrakhan was out here running his goddamn mouth against Malcolm X and kind of digging more into that relationship. I would have liked them to do that a little bit more, or actually at all even. Dig deep into that because I think that really played a heavy role in. They kind of treated his death in the aftermath of his death. I wanted him to kind of look at that a little bit more in the climate leading up to his death. But I love Malcolm X. I love Malcolm X. Zeno said Team Killmonger. I've been seeing people hashtag all hell King Killmonger. I can't go that far with it. I can do Team Killmonger though. Team Killmonger is cool. Team Killmonger I can do. But I can't do the all hell. I've been seeing people like the black men in Black Panther. I didn't have any respect for them. The black men, they wasn't leaders to me. The black men weren't leaders to me. That's to me. I don't think they was depicted in a negative light. If that's what you mean, per the black men stereotypes, like they did a good job not showing those stereotypes. Most definitely, they did a good job showing black people in a positive light. It was just so much coon shit going on. Like the light was being shined positively on the coons. So you can be, I guess, a good person. But if you're a coon, like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Zulu Nation says, Rob, were you a little disappointed about how black people show out for a comic book called Black Panther, but not Black Panther issues? Most definitely. That was extremely disappointing to me. Extremely. Not just a little. That destroyed me because I revere the Black Panther so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, that destroyed me. That completely destroyed me. That kills me about black folk. Like, you got real people out here. And y'all don't give them this same type of energy. I disagree with that. Stacy Reddy says, why not all hell King Killmonger? Because he's a fucking fictional character. All hell Malcolm X. I'll do that with y'all. All hell King X. I'll do that. All hell Khalid Muhammad. I'll do that. All hell Stokely Carmichael. I'll do that. Kwame Ture even. All hell King Killmonger? No. 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 I can't do that with y'all. I'll let y'all do it. But I can't. Vanessa says, hey, Rob, how do we get others to stop attacking the black community? What do you mean? Expound on others. Who is others? When you say others, what do you mean when you say others? Tony Smith says, what do you think about the song Wakanda by Red Pill and Blue Pill? Absolutely nothing. I've never heard of it. Never heard of the song. Doubt I would listen to it, honestly, but I've never heard of it. Right. K. Lou says, all hell Nat Turner. Most definitely. Right. The Batman says Killmonger wasn't a great leader. He wasn't. He had some flaws. That's why I'm not sitting here acting like Killmonger, everything he did was perfect. Like, no. It wasn't. It was not to me. He was dealing more, he was in pain. And a lot of times when you you reacting and responding to things based on pain, it can lead you to do things that aren't logical. He was in pain. And he had every right to be. He had every right to be in pain. Right. And I don't think you can really effectively lead. You can do some shit. Like you can do something for the movement. You know what I'm saying? You can have a piece in the movement, but you can't lead from a place of pain because your thoughts won't slow down for you so you can think about your forward steps. You can't play chess mad. You see what I'm saying? Like you just can't. You got to be strategic. Everything has to be strategic. You can have that fire inside of you, but you have to be strategic. You have to be strategic. The Batman said, and he put his hands on a woman. That is bullshit. Just because she a woman don't mean, if a dude would have said it, I'm sure he would have choked the dude out too, if that makes you feel any better. I don't know if that's going to be what I'm docking him for. I'm not docking him for choking her out. I would dock him for the idea he had to burn all the flowers. I would dock him for that before I dock him for, him choking somebody out that's being insubordinate. That was her write-up. Y'all get him at work all the time. You don't think that's wrong? She got a write-up, goddammit. She know next time to not really, let's not say nothing to this dude. Let's go ahead and do whatever. It is what it is, man. You gotta be calmer though. He wasn't. He was. I liked his energy, but he could have fucking been. He could have been so much more strategic in the moves that he made to even present himself to Wakanda, or to the Black Panther, to the whole people over there. Like he could have did a couple things differently. Most definitely. Pack One says, "What do you think of chi? What do you mean chi? You mean the energy force that the Asians mastered? What do I think of chi? I think that shit's dope as fuck, and it shows you the power that you have in your mind. I think chi just shows power, but I think a lot of stuff shows power. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff that the humans do shows power of the mind. Chi is one of those things. The Tristan, you wild. Tristan, you wild as fuck, man. Right. Exactly, Cynthia. Anybody could have got that work. It didn't matter. It did not matter. Sinflow Nubian says we need to raise our kids to hate racism, not dislike it. I don't think anybody that's raising their children out here that's truly conscious is teaching them just to dislike it. They should hate it. They should hate it. They should hate it and the tentacles of it. And everywhere it reaches, everything it touches, they should most definitely hate that shit. Most definitely. Zulu Nation says they made $426 million off of that movie, which show we can change our situation tomorrow, which is what F's me up even more. And it should. I spoke on that point earlier. Like we claiming we broke. We can't get these schools right. We can't do shit. Right? We can't do shit. But we can go out and spend all this money on this movie. It's just, it's tough. It is real tough. But I'm teaching mine to hate it, to hate everything, everything about white supremacy and the power of greed and what that does to people. Todd Fowler, you gotta be trolling. Todd Fowler talking about movies are cheap though, Rob. Man. Okay. The bottom line that we're talking about here is the accumulation of wealth. White folks sell cheap products all the time. Let's take, for example, toothpaste. It's cheap. It's a cheap product, right? A black person can make that same product and it will not see the numbers. If you don't believe me, go ask Nate Parker. He made the movie Birth of a Nation, right? Black folk didn't run up in the movie theater to make Foxlight, which is the publishing company, white publishing company, because he sold it to Foxlight initially when it came out. I think it was a Sundance film at first. And he sold the Foxlight. Black folk didn't storm that movie like that. They didn't run up in there like that. Nowhere near like that. So movies are cheap, but what we choose to support is selective and oftentimes misguided. So that's the reality of it. Tosin something, I can't pronounce your name, says, right, did you catch what Stan Lee did in his cameo? He was standing at the fucking poker table and I think he took the money. He took somebody's winnings and just walked off. He took the bread and walked off. If I'm not mistaken, that's what he did. He took the money. Somebody won. It wasn't him. It might have been Black Panther won the shit. I don't even remember that part exactly, so I ain't gonna lie to you. But I remember him taking some bread and just walking off like he had won the shit. Just took it. Which is basically what, you know, it's what he did. You know what I'm saying? It's what he did. It is what he did. Was it? Okay, it was Black Panther's money. Okay, I knew it. Took, like, he took somebody's money and just walked off. You know what I'm saying? Like, It's 11 o'clock. It is 11 o'clock. We've been on here about 2 hours. I'm about to get the fuck off here. I'm about to get the fuck off here. Somebody's asked me about Young Pharaoh. I've heard of Young Pharaoh. I know of Young Pharaoh. I don't follow his stuff. The young brother with the lock, smart brother. Smart brother got locks, I believe. I've seen some of his stuff. I ain't never disrespected a dude like that. But Stan Lee makes a cameo in all of the Marvel movies if you're paying close enough attention. That's what he does. Oh God, this dude said he was talking about Che Guevara, the picture in the back. I thought he was talking about Chi. I thought he was talking about Chi on some goddamn Hayukin shit. On some Hayukin shit. That's what I thought you were talking about. But I have much respect for Che Guevara. He's a revolutionary, man. Just in a different place. Now, I'm not going to follow Young Pharaoh. I'm not interested in following him. I can respect him, but I don't got to follow him. I can respect him, but I don't have to follow him. No, I don't got no tattoo ideas from the movie, man. I don't have any tattoos. I do want to get in the Black Panther symbol. I do want to get that. I do want to do that. But I still got a couple more tests I got to do before I even get to that. before I even get to that. Hey, mad love to the brother that said, you know, he actually fuck with the video and everything. Mad love. Y'all hit that like button for me. I'm about to get the fuck off here, though. I'm about to get the fuck off here. I'm going to be uploading this video to my main channel tomorrow. I'm sure I'll be talking more about the I'm sure that more topics will come up based on this movie. I've been seeing articles about it. There was an article about gay representation in the movie. The gay folk was mad they wasn't represented. I'm just like, get the fuck out of here, man. There's been all types of, you know, articles coming out talking shit or either saying some dumb shit that's not relevant. It's just like, get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. I am about to get off here. Mad love and shout out Team Rob, y'all. Really, shout out to y'all. Mad love. Hit the like button. Share the video. I'm gonna be putting it up on my main channel tomorrow. So y'all be looking forward to that. If you didn't, whoever don't get to see it live, it'll be over there. If you want to see this shit live, you gotta subscribe to this channel. I've been trying to tell people that right now I can't stream live over there. If you want to see stuff live, you have to come in here and subscribe to Just Ask Rob, because this is where I'll be going live from. All right. I actually may go live again this week. I actually may go live again this week to talk about some more shit I wanted to talk about. So be looking forward to that. I'll announce it first, but I was thinking about it today. But I may go live again this week, possibly. I don't know if y'all checked the shirt out or not, but I do want to go ahead and show that real quick. Y'all see, I don't know if I can't tell really what y'all see, but y'all see what the fuck's going on around here. This is what it's about. This is where you got to be sometime. This is the spirit of Killmonger right here. This is if y'all want to be hailing him, this is what it is. Y'all motherfuckers want to keep enslaving us. Y'all want to keep us in slavery, treating us like shit. Well, we coming. That's all it is to it. We coming. That's all it is to it. But mad love, y'all. I will see y'all next week. Y'all will be seeing me on videos throughout the week. May do one tomorrow. Y'all share the video. Shout out Team Rob. Black Panther was a motherfucking coon throughout the entire movie. That's what I have for it. Killmonger was the revolutionary mindset who could have made better decisions. He was driven off emotion too much. Way too much. He could have did things a lot smarter. So that's where I am with the movie overall. Mad love, y'all. I'm out.